If you ever hear this, I am one DM away, okay? Now, LeBron should have slapped your stupid ass, but because he didn't, I will gladly take you up on that offer. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all do me a favor and drop a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. You already know who it is. It's your boy, Reggie. So, earlier today, man, the NBA, they made a few arrests. They partnered up with the FBI, which is insane to me. And Terry Rozier of the Miami Heat, he was arrested along with former NBA player Chauncey Billups, who is now the coach of the Portland Trail Blazers. They were arrested along with Damian Jones in basically, this illegal gambling, sting. Now, Stephen A. Smith, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, he was going to talk about this on his show, First Take, and he had a pretty bizarre take about this whole situation. He tried to pretty much put this all on Donald Trump. So if you guys didn't catch what Stephen A. Smith had to say, this was Stephen A. Smith on First Take.
How many times, for one incident after another, have I said, Trump is coming? He's coming. I'm going to say it on national television again. Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden you hearing ICE is going to be there, looking to engage in mass deportations. The Super Bowl, disrupting things. Big night for the NBA. Wembanyama put on a show. That has now been smeared because we're talking about this story, okay? Remember, Trump has a long, long history connected to the world of sports because he had those casinos. Where do you think folks were coming half the time? I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the culture. When people want to go to a casino, when people want to gamble, when people want to party, or whatever the case may be. This was his kind of connection to that. Why am I glad you're here, Monica? Because don't be surprised if the WNBA is next on his list. Mm-hmm. Because when you've got all of these protests that have been going out there and people that have been protesting against him and what have you, this man is coming. He's coming. And I've been saying it for a long time. And to me, this is the latest nugget of evidence that we're talking about right here. That's not to question the legitimacy of the case. We don't know. We're all sitting up here and we're saying that we don't know. But anybody that has been around him, anybody that has talked to him, anybody that has seen his reactions from the sports leagues and the positions that people have taken, they are not surprised at what's going on today. I'm watching a press conference with the director of the FBI. Tell me when we've seen that. We've seen people, we've seen accusations before. We've seen athletes get in trouble with the law before. You don't see the director of the FBI having a press conference. It's not coincidental. It's not an accident. It's a statement. And it's a warning that more is coming. Mm-hmm. And that's what they're saying here. And everybody better, I'm just telling you, mm-hmm. It's as serious as it gets. This ain't the platform for me to get into it the way I'm going to get into it. But I've been saying he's coming. He's coming because in his eyes, folks try to throw him in jail. In his eyes, he's innocent. They try to put me behind bars. I'm getting everybody. He's not playing. And so this, in a lot of people's eyes, talk to people in the NBA, talk to people in the NFL, talk to people in the world of sports. They think this is like the tip of the iceberg. These are the kind of words that are coming out of people's mouths. It's not a surprise. It's very disheartening. It's very concerning. We don't know where this is going to go. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Everybody's better brace themselves.
So you guys just heard what Stephen A. Smith had to say on First Take earlier today. Once again, this left a lot of us like a little bit baffled because what does this have to do with Donald Trump? Like, how did you manage to put Donald Trump in the middle of all of this, right? I mean, this is an NBA investigation with the FBI about gambling, right? I don't know what Donald Trump has to do with that. It seems to me lately, this guy is just trying to go the political route for whatever reason. I've been seeing clips of him, trying to talk politics, even though he doesn't actually want to pick a side. He kind of just wants to stay on the fence and, play both sides. It's just like, to me, I don't get his his angle these days. You know, always trying to like involve politics into sports. It's just like, bro, we need to keep these two things separate, like straight up. You know, if you want to get into the politics, Stephen A., you need to take your ass over to CNN somewhere. This is the NBA. I don't know what Donald Trump has to do with this at all. So, the director of the FBI, he got one of these comments, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what he had to say to Stephen A. Smith.
By the way, this was so wild. Stephen A. Smith, the sports commentator, suggested that this was revenge from the president for all the kind of left-wing activism of the NBA. Your response to that, 15 seconds.
I'm the FBI director. I decide which arrests to conduct and which not to conduct. That may be the single dumbest thing I've ever heard out of anyone in modern history, and I live most of my time in Washington, D.C. It's right up there with Adam Schiff. We arrest people for crime.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the director of the FBI. I think his name is Kash Patel. And he basically just said, man, this is the dumbest thing that he thinks he's probably ever heard in his career. So that should go to tell you folks where we're at with Stephen A. Smith. I just don't know who takes this guy seriously anymore. The dude has become like a complete clown. He was always kind of a clown. Now he's just a legitimate, complete clown, man. I really just can't stand the dude, man. Honestly, it's hard to even watch First Take, man, these days. It just is. You know, they got rid of Molly Karam. Now he's hosting the show. I mean, it's just ridiculous now, man. The stuff that comes out of this dude's mouth, man. Straight up. So at this point, man, like I'm damn near like ready for Skip Bayless to make his return on national TV at this point, man. I've had enough of Stephen A. Smith, man. The dude is an idiot. And like I said, I'm willing to catch a fade about it, Stephen A. If you ever hear this, I am one DM away, okay? Now, LeBron should have slapped your stupid ass, but because he didn't, I will gladly take you up on that offer, because I genuinely believe at this point somebody need to put hands on your dumb ass. But like I said, folks, that's really it on this particular topic, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the FBI, man, exposing Stephen A. Smith for being a complete clown. And yeah, man, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. This was another installment of The Locker Room. Peace.
Fuck school, cool kids wasn't cool to me. They never really liked me. Being hated isn't new to me, but I get it, cause when you're winning, they isn't. Jealousy has no ending, so pray the Lord forgive them. Every day I gotta thank him for the blessings. Rumors about my life, will I ever address them? I don't know. Worry about your kicks, my nigga, and what are those? Yeah, we don't know. Music nowadays, man, y'all gotta be kidding me. Lyrics was whack, gave him an A for his energy. You tried, my nigga, I would tell you keep it up. But the way my shit sounding, I can't see you keeping up. I'm the new leader of the new niggas. Says a lot about you if you ain't fucking with us. So go on and ask them who the greatest is. And you can keep your 2 cents if you ain't paying the bills. It's real. Got the pen and paper in my hands. Decisions. Will I change the game all on my own? Who knows? Who knows? The story is untold. The story is untold. Fuck the closure when it comes to my women. If it's over, then it's over. I'm glad that we in it. She coming back when she see how I'm living. She played games with a nigga, but now that I'm winning, she doing everything I say with no questions asked. I'm sucking on the titties while I'm grabbing the ass. I used to daydream about her back when I was in class. So you know that when I fucked, I came fast and laughed. I'm doing me now, bigger rings for the team now. Trying to tie me down fast, tell her slow it down. Baby girl wanna sit and play house, so I sat her on the couch and put this thing in her mouth. How the flow so north, but he raised in the south. Got my family tripping cause they can't figure it out. I can't wait no more, man, the time is now. On my mama, I'ma make her proud. The story is unwritten. With the first pick in the 2008 NBA decisions. Will I change the game all on my own? Who knows? The story is untold. The story is untold.
There he is with his mom, Gloria. Gloria sacrificed a lot